Hi friends, welcome to Tutor's Funny channel. Today I am going to teach how to work with the seeders and factors in Laravel 11. So first I am going to go to create the Laravel project and will let me work with them. So you go over here, you can right click new Laravel. Here this folder I am going to create a new project. Here first I am going to install the Laravel 11. So you select the version, get started, install. Here you have to select this one composer, keep the name as it is. So I'm going to create the as this. I just press enter key. So it is installing. While we talk about what is the, let me talk about what is the shaders first. Shaders nothing but a uh, nothing but a save the data bulk. They save the data bulk mean, imagine you have a plenty of categories. Okay, you are going to open a new company. You have plenty of category. The one is toys and chair, washing machine, TV. There are plenty of category you have. Okay, so then what you're going to do is when you add the data into the when you save the category one by one, instead of that you have to add all the category once. So bulk, you have to add the bulk. Okay, in CDS. If you have stored that in CDS, you can add bulk. So that's why we are using the CDS. So the factor is you have a many data, your dummy data, you have to test it. For the testing purpose, you are using the factors. Okay, so let's moving to our project. So this is our project. So I'm going to go to this project. I'm going to this install successfully. I'm going to open up inside the folder. I'm going to code space dot to open up in a VS Code editor. Right. Now let's do it. So here I'm going to configure this one. Right. I'm going to open up my XAMPP, the XAMPP server. Here run it. Start. Okay. So it's not started. You go to the service. Okay. You don't. If you are not started, you have the port is already running. This port you have to, sorry, fuse. Okay, just stop. MySQL driver. If you have worked with some of the MySQL driver, so you have to stop them. Then only this one should be working. Right, it's working. Now what you're going to do is, I'm going to go to create the new database. Let me check it. How to implement the, when you create the new database, and we have to check whether how the process working. Procedures and factors. Then you have to easily you can get it to your mind when you work dealing with the databases. Okay, that is very important stuff. We open the dashboard correctly. Now you have to go to the new. Here I'm going to using the, I'm going to using the DB products. DB, I am going to write it here. Anything else? Name GHH. This is my database. GMS, right? Okay. I just create the database. Okay, this database I'm going to work with the CDS. Right. So let me back to my project. So here I'm going to go to this database name, which is a DBGMS. Copy this. The default Laravel 11 come as SQLite, you have to change them. So all down the control key down and slash, you have to uncomment it, you have to paste on it. GMS, this one should be MySQL. Save all. Now what you're going to do is, I'm going to go to, we have done the things well. Now let's file new terminal. I open the new terminal. I want to go to migration. So PHP artisan migrate. So run the command migrate to migrate the tables. Database, all things have we have migrated successfully. Now what we are going to do is we have to do the models and migration part. So we have to add the tables. So table structure we have to add it over here. Uh, let's add the categories. So we have to add the categories. So here PHP. You type here PHP artisan make model. You have write here category M. Press enter key to go to generate the category model and migration files. So the migration file you have to go over here. So category migration here, write over here. You have to write table string. Write name, only the category name. Only category name. That's it. Okay, this is the only thing I am going to migrate it. So I am going to save all. Now let's check it. Okay, so how to migrate it? This one, PHP artisan migrate. We have to work with the migrate command. Right, it has been migrated successfully. Categories table I have migrated successfully. Right, if you want to check on the my PHP my admin, you can see, click on the database. Okay, here you will be able to see. So as my categories, you can check it. It is working. Right, now here I am going to do the things. Right, so we have to make the CDS first. CDS, how to work with the CDS? You have to go to Laravel official website. Here you have to search the CDS. CDS. It's called CDS. So it will be explained how to use the CDS, the why we are using all things. If you want to clarify more information of CDS, you can refer in this articles. You can refer in this page. Okay, if you want to know more about this, okay, you can clarify more about this, you can refer in this page. Okay, it is add all the things about CDS. So this is the command where we have to import the CDS. Okay, so we have to just copy this one. Here we have to create the CDS. We have to copy this here. Sorry. Copy this. So you have to make it as category CDS. Press enter key. Category CDS has been created. You can see where the CDS is created. You can see inside the database folder there is a migration, factories and CDS. So these are the three things consist of our database. Migration you have know now, you have an idea. So CDS and factories. So the CDS, when you implement, when you default come as database CDS, this CDS you have created category CDS. Okay, this is how we have created the CDS. Right. CDS, first what you are going to do is we have to call the model. The model. So here we have to model. We have to communicate the model. So we have to write these things. Right. So with the model, where's a model? Before we have to model, we have to write this database schema. So the table, protected tables, you have to write this one. What's the categories? If you have any problem with this one, here we have add the data. So the categories. Only one column we left. The name only. That's it. So only the field categories. This is the primary key of the field. This is the fillable. Fillable. This is the column I only have. So this is the only problem we have fillable. Okay. This is the database schema. The model where data retrieving the data and adding data, all things managed by this model. Right. Okay. So now what you're going to do is the model is very important stuff. Now what you're going to do, you have to give the path of the model where your model is resided. So here you have to give the path. Right. So what you're going to do is here I'm going to go to the category seeders. You have to implement the path. My model is decided inside the app folder, models folder, the file which name is a category. This is a model, category model. Right. So inside this run, what you're going to do is here I'm going to implement the rest of the things. You have to implement the rest of things. You have to implement it over here. Okay. So you have to create the category. So right here, function you write this call you write category seeders colon class. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. File save all seed. Right? So you have to call this one. So now what you're going to do is this one you have to implement in the database seeder. The database seeder. So database seeder you have to implement this one is a database seeder you have to implement this. Run. Come. Okay. Now let's do the thing is the category seeders. So now here we have to implement the things you have to write it over here. Data set. We have to add the data set here. You have to write it the data set. Category data set equal to the array format. So write over here name. You have to write it over here TV. Okay, TV. So there are plenty of categories. You have to write it over here like this. Okay, here just okay BC VV something like that. I just put it some data. So these are the categories you have to add it once the form is executed and the project is executed. Okay, we have to call this class successfully. Now let's file save all. Now what you're going to how to run the application. So what's the error? Right. So we haven't closed it. Okay. Now how to run the seeders? They explain how to run the seeders here. Okay. How to use them. They explain. So how to use the seeder. How to run it. You have to write this command db seed. Just copy it. Paste on it. Right. Here it's running done. Now let's check the database. Browse. Why it's not adding anything? Category seeders. We have to call the model. Okay, here have to do another thing is very important stuff. I haven't missed it. The thing is we haven't called anything else over here. So you write a for each loop. For each loop, you write for each loop. Your category data set data set. You have to create the things category. You have to create this category. You have to create. You have to call this category. Okay, we have to get all data. We have to put it like this. It is reading one by one. Get it here. It will be calling the category model create method. So that's the thing we haven't done it. That's why it's take this problem. Okay, right. Now let's check it. Run this command. Now execute it successfully. Now let's see. Here it's working. Everything and this how we have worked with the seeders.